everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Wonderful.
That's good. So, before I present, I want to do a rundown on what learning about this has taught me and how it has impacted me as a Black woman in America and as a person who really likes to dive into the erasing of cultures. So, before any of this, I didn't know a thing about reservations. I didn't really know anything about Native Americans. And I think that it's really important that we promote and we continue to bring light on the erasing of the culture and how it's still constantly being almost hidden today. So I just want to thank the teacher for informing me on this because it really hit home. So, yeah. Matika Wilbur was born in 1984 to a Tulip father and a Swinomish mother. She's a member of both the Tulip and Swinomish tribes. She grew up predominantly on the Swinomish reservation in a family of commercial fishermen. And to give you guys a rundown of the tribes, the Tulip tribe and the Swinomish tribe, I think both are water-based tribes, so she was around a lot of water, and it was in LaCorner, Washington. So then she traveled to the city to attend high school, or I'm guessing like the main capital of LaCorner. So she got off the reservation, and she graduated and earned her BFA from Brooks Institute of Photography. So Matika wanted a different path as a photographer. At first, she originally was into photography for fashion design, and she had got a dream, like a when you sleep you get like messages through your dreams. She got a message from I guess her elder or somebody that she deeply resonated with, and it told her to go back to her tribes, and that's where it all started for her. And then yeah, she was deeply connected to wanting to go back and just take photos of her tribe. This is the first quote from her. "There is collective fire burning inside the hearts of indigenous people, and that fire wants the truth." So what this quote means to me, once again, it hits home as a person who feels like their culture is constantly being erased, and the way we present ourselves is constantly being almost demonized. It's being portrayed in a way that's very stereotypical, and I feel like there's a fire burning inside of everybody to just be themselves despite everything, despite social media, despite what they're trying to feed down your throats. I think that she really revealed that through her photos. Okay. But this is Project 562. To give a rundown on this, I love the whole idea of it, and she sacrificed a lot for this. But in 2012, she sold everything in her Seattle apartment to create this project. And basically, this project is something that she went on to once again discover more about tribes and territories, and she sacrificed everything. So she sold everything, and she traveled thousands of miles, and she went to photograph all 562 plus Native American southern territories in the United States. So just thinking about that, that's a lot of sacrifice, and that's a lot of commitment to make for her community. So that's what's really like daggering to me. Like, she sacrificed basically everything she had, and she rode in her RV called the Big Girl, but also by horseback riding. During this project, she was sleeping with a lot of people. She was traveling a lot on her own. She was in homes, people that she barely knew, to really get these photos out. So that's what I really resonated with. Okay, this is the first photo. These two people are Wilson Mugnock and Oliver Tusevik Hogendorn. I may get those names wrong, but yeah, basically, what's right here is basically the rundown behind the photo and who they were. So it wasn't her that made this, it was the people in the photo that were talking about the experience, but I'm gonna read it out loud. Wilson and Oliver are brothers from Nome, Alaska. They were the first to submit Mount Denial in the 2019 climbing season. The brothers recall walking into the ranger station to register to climb and being met with sideways glances. Despite the ranger's doubts, the brothers proceeded to break trail for the 2019 season on the third most prominent and isolated peak on Earth, after Mount Everest and Akunguna. I can't say that. But when asked how they prepared for the climb, they attributed their success to their upbringing of hunting, fishing, and Alaskan outback life. Wilson explained, just doing hard things makes everything easy. So what stood out to me with this is the fact that when you see this photo, you don't really automatically think that they're Native Americans. It's just a photo of them out in the sea. So what drew me to it was that they're just being portrayed as just regular humans. They don't have like a lot of things going on. And I think that their commitment to what they were doing is amazing. Okay, this photo's gonna be blurry, but this is Nahan Tingit. Maybe you can mispronounce that.
Tingit, I think, but yeah, it's really hard to say.
Right.
So don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. So when I researched him, I was already drawn to the fact that he was a tattoo artist because I love tattoos. There's a little image of his tattooing of a person right there. But I think that he really uses his tattoos as an expression of his own culture in a way to implement his culture into you know, normal things. And he emphasizes that he wants his tattoos to always have meaning. He doesn't have tattoos that don't do any meanings because it's connected to his tradition. But here's a brief description of what he is about. More and more, I am passionate about educating Indigenous people, especially those from my immediate clan group and family, and learning what it is to be human through reclaiming and teaching our language, our way of thought, reopening that box of knowledge that has been left in our care, and sharing those gifts with our people. Intergenerational healing is a big part of what I do, and it is at the forefront of activities that include carving and metalwork, traditional tattoo revival, song and dance group, canoe culture, and all that kind of stuff. It is just returning back to the very parts of living like how our ancestors used to do. The next photo are these two twin brothers. Their names are Laktamish and Wewai Pai, also known as Eagle Borsay and Raven. And I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference, Raven with the black and Eagle Borsay with the tan. But what really stood out to me with these photos is that basically the story behind it, honestly. Eagle Borsay, he's been skipping going to his traditional meetings for about 3 years. Or it was 3 or 13 years, but it was a long time. And he had finally came back with his twin brother to connect deeply. He was in foster care, so going back really transformed him, but this is probably so right here. Ever since I started coming on a canoe journey, I've been dancing and making my own regalia. I've been in foster care almost my entire life, so being able to come here on this canoe journey and meet a lot of new family who I've never met before has been a great opportunity and an amazing experience. That's what Journey does, it connects us. I feel way more connected here than I have anywhere else, and it feels great to be home. Okay, this is Travis Goldtooth, also known as Buffalo Barbie. I thought that so I put it, I'm like, Buffalo Barbie, yes. But anyway, so what stood out to me in this photo was, again, the backstory behind it and what she explained. So basically Travis, she really wasn't into the culture automatically, because I think there's a stereotype that Native Americans are automatically into spirituality and automatically want to be in positions and roles, but she was kind of just placed in it and she grew to love it. So that's what I like. And here's what she has to say. I was pretty much raised by my grandmother, and she instilled all this cultural knowledge in the Navajo culture. It's a matriarchal society, and with the matriarch, which is my grandmother when she passes. The next holder is a two-spirit individual. It's usually a male/female, and an individual like me. When I moved back 5 years ago, I fell into that role, and I guess I never looked back. My brothers and sisters look up to me. I have to do all the family event gathering, and when somebody's in the hospital or something like that, I'm the first thing informed. It falls on me to give the news because they say if it comes from me, it has a more of a subtle feeling. Okay. The next quote is, while holding true to my stehob's heritage and tradition, I aim to empower contemporary visions. I believe that my work is the answered prayers of my ancestors as I walk the path they fought to take. So, what stands up to me with this quote is how much I resonate with it, and how much again effort and commitment that she put in continuing to fill out the path that her ancestors fought for her, continuing to honor and hone her traditions through photography, which was amazing once again. Okay. To end it off, these are different photos of Project 562. I wanted to include more, but we don't have all that this time, so I put, there's so many different ones. This one would trick me because they were together like 65 years, so that shocked me. And you have little kids playing guitar, you have the brothers again, you have this like a regular guy in the street. Yeah. And my questions were, okay. How much are you willing to sacrifice for yourself in the community? And what are you doing for yourself in your own community? So this was for the class.
Good questions.
But yeah, that's basically it.
I love